There is something about Christmas time that always makes me think about my life. As a gay man, I feel that my life is divided into the time after I came out as gay and the time before when I was in the closet. Looking back, I often wondered if, due to my very masculine exterior, did anyone know I was gay?
Yeah, I knew.
That time in Vermont, uh, I think after getting kind of having a couple drinks, I was just like, I think there might be something more to Jose than just meets the eye.
The ass picture that I found in my camera that year.
He can't hold on to a girlfriend.
It was a picture of my ass.
Oh, and multiple shots. Which I think you told me was someone else's, but still, I knew it was yours.
He's not talking to me about girls.
So we went to a party.
We were at a friend's graduation party.
You mentioned that you wanted to have a talk.
And you said, I have something to tell you.
You were also very conscious of what you were wearing. Extremely conscious of what you were wearing, more so than you had ever been before. And because we had known each other for so long, knowing that you were very much a graphic tees, kind of guy, like we were like, like this is a little different.
At the party, I didn't think that you were going to tell me that you were gay.
Yeah, no, my gaydar is just awful.
You were addicted to Britney Spears. I mean, you knew the dance I'm a Slave for you perfect.
Looking back, I should have known.
Why didn't you come to me? Is it because of the way I was, like you said, the masculinity that I have? Did you fear that?
I think when we used to get really drunk, your voice would get like really high, and I was just like, "Yo, there's definitely something going on here."
I had like a weird dream too about you, and it was like you were younger or something, and you were having like experiences, and I felt like I was there, experience it, and it felt real.
You would sleep over, and it was just us. Like the amount of how comfortable I was with you, names being called in the middle of the night.
Whose name did I call in the middle of the night?
Definitely called Lewis's name in the middle of the night, knowing full well that he was Lois Lane in your phone.
I was probably one of the last people to kind of know. And I did the wrong thing of kind of like forcing you to tell me, because I was like, why am I the last person to know this, bro? Like, you lived in my house.
How high did my voice go?
Oh, it was definitely completely different, but it wasn't extremely high. But your voice, when you say closeted, was completely different. It was a little more, I would say, softer.
Like soothing?
Yes, very soothing.
I mean, you loved musical theater. It's been so stupid. It's like, of course he's gay. He's a freaking theater nerd.
When did you know I was gay?
Well, apart from that, others telling me, I always wanted you to come and tell me, So, although it was already, to me, it was already knowledgeable, I wanted to accept it by you telling me. So I guess the time when you and I had to we spoke, and you told me clearly yourself that you were gay, it's all what I wanted. Although, prior to that, I'm sure I had knowledge of it, but I just wanted to hear it from you.
You would never have been accepted coming out at like 12 and stuff. You see, if you see families now and you think, okay, maybe more people are more open, and you do have those people who are just really just open and loving, and they'll accept their kids now. But let's say, you know, in the 80s and the 90s, not so much. You know, we hear those like heartbreaking stories of people just being like disowned, you know, never having spoken to their fathers, their moms, and their families disown them and stuff like that. And it's kind of heartbreaking. So I think at that time, you know, it could have been something along the lines of that, or even worse. Who knows?
In any event, if it would have happened, as I feel today, I would have felt the same way back then. You know, I would have just, he's my son. This, nothing's gonna change that love that I have for you. You know, so it wouldn't have made a difference. Maybe a little more hard to understand. You know, maybe a little difficult to deal with, but gradually, you know, there's no way I would have let go of you. So. You know, I can tell you that now, even though that was years back when you was 12 years old, that you would have never had to fear that. You would have never had to fear that. I can't speak for everybody else.
You know, he wasn't really open, and he can lie about it and say that, you know, he was accepting, but he just wasn't accepting. It took, you know, you leaving and kind of cutting that tie to him to really kind of just open up and soften up a bit, because the pain of him supposedly not being told and not knowing was, and not speaking to you was a lot greater. And so I think he's come around to accepting it.
If it gave me that chance, I think things would have been a lot easier for you, you know, not for me. But it hurts me, you know, to think that you probably were put to different situations, you know, and you had nobody to turn to, and I was there. You understand? I hate, you know, that I missed those years that you probably were in need, someone to talk to, or anything like that, someone to embrace you, and I didn't get that chance because like I said, I would have never let you go. I would have took care of you. You would never have to worry about anything. But I got your back. 110% and more. Infinity and beyond. You know what I mean, son?
So, if Dad didn't know I was gay those years, I remember the years that I didn't speak to him for years. What picture did we send him to show him that I was really gay?
Dude, remember when you were in the house and like you took my fan, my kung fu fan, and I was in the kitchen doing something, and then all of a sudden you're like naked, you come out of the bathroom and you call me, and all you have is the fan picture on your ass, covering your ass, and you're like looking backwards and you like take a photo of me. So I'm like hysterical laughing. I take a photo, but at that time I had both of you as Jose Santana. So I sent the photo to Dad. And at that time I had changed my phone number, so he didn't have my phone number, and he angrily texts back, "Who the fuck is this sending me this photo? Who is this? I found you, I'll kill you." I don't know if that would have if that told him that you were gay or not, but that was fucking hysterical.
Do you notice a difference with me before and after I came out?
Yes.
New level of comfort that you have.
Honesty, you know, and vulnerability, that changed. Because you didn't have to hide things anymore. Like, I think there was a bit of you before we hung out, before you came out, when we hung out, and there was that, like, you know, a little bit of trying to be a little more of the guy's guy, you know what I'm saying, with like comics and movie tastes and things like that. Whereas afterward, you didn't have to hide anything. It was just like, this is what I like. This is who I am.
Right.
That's it.
You know, your personality is to be like shy and reserved at first, but when you pop, you pop. And I just feel that now you like pop.